1, 2, 3, testing, testing. One sec. Okay, hello people. Stream number 3. Let's get started. In this stream we're gonna check water system and then some fishing mechanics, and then I talk about what's the next plan for the game. Also, server is now up, so it should be up and running. I'm gonna select my character first. We've seen this before. One sec. Alright. So I'm gonna travel now to the new location, and for the testing purposes I'm starting from the spawn point. I'm not gonna spawn from the sea yet, so we have to walk there. I want to demonstrate the size of the map. So here we see some combat. If you want to get to the ocean, you have to go to the right. You can use the cave, but since I don't have torch yet, I mean I have it, but I have to spawn it, I will just use surface. Here we're falling, kinda losing consciousness. Alright. Now this is like the new location. Hasn't been here before. Soon we're gonna arrive to the small pond. Alright, so new thing that you can see are resource nodes. This is like fiber, for example, that you will be able to collect, and you can see like there's 3 leaves. Those 3 leaves are like, you know, resource on this resource node, and you know you would be pressing E, and depending on your skill, it would determine how fast you can collect this fiber. You can see there's some more resource nodes, and we're slowly approaching the water there, and you can see like there's the water now. I'm just gonna move myself here, like that. And you can see in the water there's fishes, and I'm gonna generate fishing rod, you know. So I'm gonna type command weapons, and you can use /weapons command if you want to spawn some weapons or resources. And alright, I haven't added icons yet, but we can drag the fishing rod, and you can see that our character now has a fishing rod. I'm kind of also thinking that fishing rod has different, parts, and this is like frame, wooden rod, but then you would have some kind of spinning mechanism and a line cast and some kind of hook and a bait, and you would kind of assemble your own fishing rod. Also, you can hear the water effect, ambience. If we go like a little bit further away, we no longer hear it, and it's pretty cozy in my opinion to listen to the sound of the ocean. But let's throw a fishing rod. We press the control button and you can see our fishing line. It flew, and if we press control again, we can, for example, bring it back. Turn there and back. And since we don't have bait, we can't get any fish. 1 second. Alright, the next thing that I want to show is actually going into the water. Let me take some, yeah, see, we're underwater now, like you can hear the sound changing. But let's take some other weapon and let's generate some clothes. Again, I haven't added icons yet, they're not necessary yet. You can see our character now has a knife, but here we're going now underwater, and we were kind of like swimming there. Then there's some fish that we can hit. Like this fish is like the bigger fish. This little fish grew and then it became a mob. So you can like battle in the water using your weapon if there's like bigger fish. But if you want like resources, like to interact with the resource nodes here, you need fishing rod. And you can see it's pretty interesting ocean floor. There's also crabs. You can see there's a Mr. Crab. They're like walking on the surface, and you can attack them. And also, like when you're swimming, you're tilting forward a little bit, and when you're attacking, you're kind of like a little bit slow. So some weapons are probably pretty difficult to use underwater. There's also one thing underwater that's interesting to explore, and we're gonna do that. Let's take torch. Yeah. I mean, torches don't really work underwater, but for the purposes of development, we need some visibility, and we can like go in some underwater cave, and we're now in a cave, and when we get out, we're like in some cave now. It's pretty claustrophobic. But let's see if we can get away from here. It's pretty long cave. I wonder where we're gonna get out. Oh. Is it leading us to the beginning of the map or something? Oh, there we have. We can get up now. Oh yeah, and we're now, got out of the cave. You can see like cave transition, pretty interesting. So let's get back to the beach so that I can, speak about the next plan that I want to do. Again, resource nodes, that fiber, for example. You can use your imagination what kind of resource nodes there could be. For example, some ore that is in the cave. Yeah. And here we can take fishing rod again. Kind of like, if I didn't throw it away. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Changing today, changing tonight. And if I press insert, I'm now like sitting. When I press insert again, I can move. Of course, I can throw this also like there. Doesn't really matter where I throw it. One interesting idea is that I want to explore is that you can throw this at people. But development wise, the next thing is I'm gonna be working on the building system so that you can start actually building your ship and hopefully maybe buildings. Need to see how that will work, so that's gonna be the next development challenge or task. The way I kind of think is that the building will work is that you will have here where I have the cursor some kind of build button, because this will be for the management stuff, but this here will be for the building. So there's gonna be this hammer picture icon, and then you press it and then some kind of another user interface appears where you can drag blocks on the map and start building. Because building is going to be a very big thing in this game, and that's kind of what the next plan is to do. But yeah, this was pretty short, and that's pretty much it. The server will be up for about 5 hours, so if you're interested you can go and check this all yourself. To test this part of the map you have to go right, like when you spawn you have to go right, and eventually you will reach the ocean. I think it's gonna be interesting when the ship system is gonna be implemented, is that you'll have actual friggin' ship, and then you will have opportunity to sail. But of course, the game is still very early version of, there's a lot of stuff that still needs to be done. But I think, once ship system is done, I think it's gonna be very interesting. Kinda hope that, I'm also constantly thinking is that, when you're building the ships, they occupy water tiles. And, if they sink, they actually go to the bottom of the ocean, Also, you can see that currently I'm like breathing underwater, but I'm kind of thinking is that you wouldn't be breathe underwater if you don't have resources or some kind of equipment. So I think it could be interesting when your ship is somewhere in the ocean and it starts like sinking, and then you and your friends are kind of trapped in a sinking ship. Maybe your ship will have some compartment location. you know, where water can't reach, and you'll be there like trapped and hoping that somebody will save you. Maybe, I don't know, could be interesting. Or, you know, underwater base, another interesting. But of course this is like pirate simulator, so it's not going to be like that fantasy like experience where, you know, you can do some crazy stuff. There's still, you know, a pirate MMO, like it's gonna be trying to stay true to that. But yeah, go right if you want to experience ocean. And, you know, uh, I guess that was it for tonight. So cheers.